Wow, look at this vehicle. Hey, I'm David Walker.
Hey David, I'm Victor Stevens. Very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, Victor. Victor, this is an amazing vehicle.
Well, thank you.
Beautiful color. Thank you so much for bringing it by. I heard you pull up on a lot. I mean, this must have a powerful engine. Can we take a look at it? Welcome to week 4 of Connect 40. This week, we're focusing on sharing the gospel with all nations. Imagine a 1940 Chevy, a classic car built in an era long past, yet still possessing a timeless beauty. For years, it may have sat in a garage, weathered by time, its engine silent, its body rusted, and its potential forgotten. But then someone with a vision sees what it can become, a restored masterpiece, full of life and purpose, ready to hit the road once more. The restoration process is meticulous. Each part, from the engine to the paint, is carefully renewed, bringing the car back to its former glory and even beyond. This Chevy is a metaphor for the universal gospel and the mission Jesus entrusted us to. Just as a restored car is meant to be driven, the gospel is meant to be shared far and wide with everyone, regardless of their background. In Matthew 28:19, Jesus commissions us to go, therefore, and make disciples of all nations. This command isn't limited to one group or culture. It's a universal call. Jesus foreshadowed this mission when he broke cultural norms by engaging with the Gentile woman in Matthew 15, verses 21 through 28, revealing himself as the Messiah to someone considered an outsider by his own people. Like the Chevy being restored to drive on every road, the gospel is meant to reach every corner of the earth. Now, imagine if the person restoring that Chevy decided to leave certain parts untouched, reasoning that some components were less important or unworthy of the effort. The car wouldn't function as it should. It wouldn't be whole. Similarly, Jesus didn't die to save just one group of people. He died for all of humanity. And this truth should drive us to overcome any prejudices or old patterns of thinking that might prevent us from reaching out to everyone. We are called to see each person as God sees them, valuable, beautiful, and worth restoring through the power of Christ. The restored Chevy isn't just a car, it's a symbol of what can be achieved through dedication, vision, and love. In the same way, the gospel is a message of restoration for the entire world. It calls us to go beyond our comfort zones, to overcome prejudices, and to unite as one body in Christ. Just as the Chevy was restored to its full potential, we are called to restore relationships, communities, and the world through the power of the gospel. This week, we'll talk about 1. How can we overcome prejudices and old patterns of thinking to better reach out to people from different races and cultures? 2, why is it important to recognize that Jesus died to save the entire human race? And how should this truth influence our approach to evangelism and discipleship? 3, how can unity and love among believers help attract others to Christ? And what steps can we take to promote this unity within our church community? Our weekly action is a drive toward inclusivity. This week, take a step toward embodying the universal call of the gospel. Invite someone from a different culture to church. Like opening the door to a newly restored Chevy, you're inviting them into an experience of beauty, unity, and purpose. By doing so, you're not only embracing the diversity of God's creation, but also contributing to a more inclusive and loving kingdom. Are you ready? Let's go. It's been a pleasure, Victor. Thank you so much.
Enjoyed it very much.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you're interested? We'll go for a ride.
Yeah, sure.
Come on.